Hello everybody, my name is Jacob. Today I'm going to be going over why I'm switching from mouse and keyboard back to controller like I used to be. The first reason is because I want to have a future audience on YouTube, and to a certain extent, many people are playing with a controller on Xbox, and not many controller players want to watch a mouse and keyboard themed video. Another part extending off into that is the mouse and keyboard itself doesn't necessarily feel the same as PC, so I'm not going to be able to keep very consistent aim. It's much easier to keep consistent aim with a controller than it is with a mouse and keyboard on console, and that goes for most adapters. The only one that I'd say is probably the closest to PC would be the Zim Apex, but not everybody who wants to get a mouse and keyboard wants to spend, $100 or $130 on an adapter. The second reason is the people in the Xbox community. See, I've gotten quite a few messages from people commenting about my mouse and keyboard, and it's not really a big deal. I've gotten messages beforehand saying that I use mouse and keyboard, even whenever I didn't. And I always thought that it was just funny, but it kind of does start to get annoying after a while. Like I said, even if it is true. And just the people on Xbox in general prefer people who play on controller because it makes it more fair, and anybody who's maybe doing clips or something like that aren't going to get called out for playing with people using mouse and keyboard. And I like to respect people playing for certain reasons. Now, I'm not going to stop playing with friends who use mouse and keyboard because, like I said, I don't really see a problem with it. I kind of just play the game to enjoy it, and if people decide to use a mouse and keyboard, that's perfectly fine, and that's up to them. Number 3, portability. I honestly move my setup quite a bit. I go to my grandparents' house, I go over to friends' houses, things like that, and having to take an entire adapter and keyboard and mouse, that entire setup, it can start to get a bit annoying after a while. I've done it probably a handful of times, and it definitely gets very annoying. Also, using a controller is something that I can just slap into a bag, and I can take the controller itself over to a friend's house and play on their Xbox, or I can bring my entire Xbox and everything, and it saves space in general, moving to different places, and I don't have to worry about making a little miniature setup in a room. Another topic that I kind of wanted to touch up on, I played controller on PS4, for Siege at least, ever since Velvet Shell. I'd say that for a good majority of the time of Velvet Shell, or my entire gaming experience for Siege in general, I didn't experience many people using mouse and keyboard. It was very rare for me to run into people who did use it. It's never really been that big of a deal until I ran into a couple of people on Xbox who were using it, and I thought that the only way for me to be able to reach a high rank on Xbox was for me to use mouse and keyboard, whenever in reality that's not the case, and I was actually carrying my weight in high platinum ranks on controller. I was playing with a couple of diamond friends, and I was doing my placement matches, and I was carrying my weight, getting 6 to 7 kills a game, and so was everybody else on my team. There were some games where I'd only get 1 or 2 kills, and then there were some games where I'd completely carry. Okay? And at the same time, those people were also doing the same thing. So if I had to place myself in an area between or of those people, I would say I'm close to the same skill level as some of those people. Now, that's not saying that I deserve diamond. I'd probably say that I deserve gold 1 or plat 3, either one of those, and I'd be perfectly fine with either one of those. It's just my experience on mouse and keyboard has needed a huge learning curve, and I really don't have the time for a learning curve like that. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you support my movement, or whatever it's called, let me know down in the comment section below. And if you guys have used a mouse and keyboard, or plan on switching, or anything along those lines, or you've gone from mouse and keyboard to controller, or vice versa, if you've done anything like that, let me know down in the comment section below. And if you get a Mac Shooter 1, I still have my config up, and if you want to download that, I will leave a link to the video in the description for you to go and download that. If you, in general, want a advice guide for mouse and keyboard on console, you can go watch my settings video, because I think that those are the settings closest enough to PC. Anyways, this has been Jacob. Peace out.